How's it going, YouTube? Hopefully everybody's doing pretty good. This is my 2000 4Runner. Today we are taking off these ugly looking running boards, and most of the time when you get a vehicle like this with an SUV that has running boards, they're either hanging down or they're ready to come off anyway. So we're going to make it look like this to this. How about that? Nice and roomy, lots of ground clearance, and you can actually get up under the SUV and work on it if you have to. So those things sometimes are just more or less a nuisance, kind of hard to work around. So in order to get these off, we've got to take about 6 of these off on each side, and these are little bolts and nuts. This one here is got a 12mm head, and the back side is also a 12mm. But if yours is rusted really bad, you might have to start out with a 13mm socket to break off some of the rust, and eventually get a 12mm on there. And there is that. Let's go up under here real quick and show you where all the studs are. You got 2 up there, and you can see that one's already rotted off. The bracket, that's why we're taking this off. Then we got these 2 here, which are in pretty good shape. I've taken these 2 out, and we got 2 right there. And you can see a lot of rust on that. But if I turn the camera around here real quick, hang on a second, you can see I've already got my wrench on that one there. And what I like to do is break these loose first. Let me see if I can break this one loose. Oh, okay, there we go. Once you get a wrench on this side, then if you can't get a wrench or a socket on the other side, it's really rusted out, get your pair of vice grips and just grip it on the other side and get a really good bite on it, and it should be enough to get these off. Let me see if I can break this one loose. Oh, that one's on there pretty good. This here is a 1/2 inch wrench. Let me see if I can get a better bite here on it. Hold the camera at the same time for you guys. Alright, so here we go. Oh, there we go. That wasn't my wrist that broke. That was the bolt. I heard that too. That was a loud snap. So now all we got to do is put vice grips on the other side and go ahead and take these off. So they're not too bad to take off, but if you have some rusty nuts and bolts, you're going to have to fight them, that's for sure. Now, if your nuts and bolts are in really good shape, you can go ahead and put some grease oil on the back side there, and it will help this out a little bit. It'll keep it, probably help it getting this off if these bolts are in really good shape, if you want to keep them. But if they're really rusty like this, if you want to just throw them away, don't worry about it. Alright, so I've got all the bolts out of this side here, and in the back here, you got to push back on it a little bit to release that other. There is a tab. I think you can see it right there sticking out, that little thing right there. It's like a guide pin from the factory. You got to kind of slide back on that, which is that hole right there. And once you do that, this will come off. And I'm holding my cell phone in one hand and doing this in the other, so I apologize for the shaking. But there's the old running board, it's off. Much better looking, yes. Let's go hit the driver's side. Alright, so here comes our last bolt. Alright, it's out. And now we got the thing kind of hanging down there. And now I should be able to kick it out. Drop it out of here. There it is. No more running boards. How nice is that? Yes. Looks so much better. Oh, but you can see here on the front, this bracket has rusted completely apart. I mean, they're still good running boards if somebody wants to put a bracket on, but you know, I'll just do whatever. Maybe I'll just throw them away. But that's how you take these off, and it looks so much better.